All right, I have very good news for everyone out there who wants to work on their fitness and health. Whether you want to lose body fat, gain some muscle tissue, or perhaps run a marathon, because all of those things, they can be achieved without having a talent whatsoever. Because at the end of the day, fitness is a skill. It's a skill that can be learned by anyone. It's something that you can get better at, and therefore everyone can do it, right? But not only can you do it, but you can also get very good at it. The reason why I'm telling you this is because as an online fitness coach, I've been exposed to a lot of success stories and fitness challenges of countless people, and sometimes people fail. They fail to meet their fitness goals, and the reasons why they do so is oftentimes, or at least what they believe that they don't have the talent. They believe that they were just not born this way. They believe that they don't have the right genetics. They believe that they're simply not disciplined enough. And what I answer them is basically, it's a reminder that fitness is simply a skill like cooking. It's a skill like riding a bicycle. It's a skill like playing the piano. And I have to remind them that nobody was born this way. Even walking. You don't start on this planet and you have the ability to walk. I don't know anybody. You have to learn that. And it's the same with fitness. And when it comes to fitness, then what you have to do is really just verify what's needed to reach your goals and get successful at fitness, basically. And when you break it down, then it's really just 5 things that you need to master. And those 5 things, I want to give you an overview and explain you in depth what they are and what you can do in order to get better. So let's get started. Number 1, you need to get good at goal setting. Set yourself a goal, a clear goal that has a deadline, so you know until when you want to achieve that. Because how do you want to achieve a goal, or how do you want to get fitter if you don't even mean what fitter means? How does fitter for you look like? See, so often I talk to people and they tell me they want to get fitter, they want to get stronger, they want to have more muscles. But how does it exactly look like? How does define stronger, define fitter, define more muscles? Do you want to look like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? Is it just more toned muscles? What is it? I think you need to, or you can compare it with, let's say you're on the roads in your car and you're driving. You're driving hour after hour, but you actually don't have a destination. Okay? Then after 12 hours of driving, you cannot even say whether you're on track, whether you're heading in the right direction. Because if you don't have a goal, how do you know? Yes, you're driving, but is it the right way to go? And the same is with fitness, right? Perhaps you're going to the gym, perhaps you're following a certain diet, but is it aligned with your goals? So what you need to do is you need to be very, very clear on your goal, and you need to set a goal, say what you want to achieve, whether it's running a marathon in a certain time frame, whether it's losing a certain amount of body fat, whatever it is, you need to be very clear on that, and you need to write it down. And you cannot just do it once, but you need to do it over and over again, because perhaps, hopefully, in a few months, you will achieve this goal, and then you need to set a new goal, okay? So you need to get good at goal setting. I highly recommend that you write your goals down and that you do it at least every other month, at least. Better monthly, okay? Now, when we have the goal, You need the knowledge, and that brings us to number 2. You need the knowledge. How do you get there? Now you have the goal, right? How do you get there? How do you need to eat? How do you need to work out? Can you do cardio 4-5 times a week? Can you go to the gym and do strength training for 3 times a week? What is needed to achieve your goal? Like, do you need to go on a low carb diet? Disclaimer, probably not. Do you need to do something extreme? Disclaimer, probably not. But you need a game plan. You need to know what to do, how to achieve your goal. Like, at the end of the day, you need to do daily actions, and those daily actions need to be aligned with your goal. So you need to know what to do, right? And you can do that either on your own. So you read books, like look it up on the internet, read in the forums and whatnot. Very time consuming, but I think you will find everything you need. Or you simply hire someone that lays out everything for you, that tells you exactly what to do, how to work out, how to train, how to eat, and is there for questions. So I would say, if you have the time and if you're very interested in these topics, then do it on your own. Try to figure it out. Certainly takes longer, takes more effort, takes more time. Or when you don't have that much time and you simply want something that works, then you want to hire a coach. Easy. Okay. All right. So we have goal setting, then we have the knowledge. Those 2 things you need to get good at. Again, either do it on your own, look it up, or hire a coach so you can acquire the knowledge. And then you need discipline. Discipline to execute the plan. And what I want to say at this point, it's really the discipline that you need. It's not the motivation. Okay? Because when you start a fitness program, then normally you're super motivated and you're like committed to follow the plan to the T. However, you have to understand that motivation doesn't last forever. You have your ups, you have your downs. And what do you do when motivation is just not there? When you have such a down, somehow, like, obviously you cannot just do nothing. You should still go to the gym. You still should eat according to like your diet. And this is where discipline comes in. And discipline is something that a lot of people struggle with. But again, discipline, it can be learned. Nobody out there was just born with discipline. Of course, there are highly disciplined people out there, but they had to learn it. And what you need to do, or how discipline is learned, is basically every time you do something that you really don't want to do. So let's say this week was the other day, it was super rainy and I didn't feel like going to the gym, because who likes going out when it's rainy and dark and cold? And if I had to rely on motivation, because motivation was like rock bottom, I looked out the window and told myself, dude, I just don't want to go out there. And wouldn't it be much better to just lay around, watch Netflix? Literally, these were thoughts in my head, right? But I went anyway. And every time I do that, every time I'm congruent with my beliefs and what I want to stand for, then I train discipline. I think you can compare it like a muscle. Every time you train it, you get better at it. So you want to get better at discipline, and how you do that is simply doing the right choices on a day-to-day basis. And yeah, it can happen. There will be setbacks. It requires time to build discipline. All right. You cannot expect from yourself that you build up discipline from one day to another. Sometimes people have to go to the army for months or even years, and then they come out of it and they are disciplined. Sometimes it's a school, sometimes it's like whatever it is, but you can literally learn discipline without having to go to the army. You can do that at home, like basically all the time. You can learn it, you can practice it, and you need to keep practicing it. Okay, it's a skill, and unfortunately you can also lose this skill, so you need to practice it. But the good thing here is really, and I can assure you, like, I also wasn't always disciplined. Now I think I'm pretty disciplined, but I had to learn it. Okay, I had to do the right choices, I had to learn it, and nowadays I would say I'm disciplined, but I also know I need to keep practicing it. The moment I don't do that anymore, I will lose the skill, and who knows, out of a sudden I won't be a disciplined person anymore. So discipline is a skill, it can be learned. So yeah, super important to know. Just because you don't have discipline doesn't mean you cannot reach your fitness goal. On the other hand, you can build up discipline and get really good at it. Okay. Then number 4, let's say you have the discipline, you execute this plan. Now, number 4, you need to self-assess and analyze what's going on. Is this plan that you're sticking to working? Or perhaps you didn't get any results. What things need to be improved? Is it perhaps that even when you don't like your workout program, is it perhaps this that you need to change? Or did you stagnate? Can you no longer improve your performance? Did you hit plateau while your body weight is concerned? You really need to assess what's going on. Are you getting closer to your goals? And if not, then you need to change it. It's so simple, and I shouldn't have to explain that because it's so normal, right? So self-explanatory, but people don't do it. They get a workout plan, they get a diet, they will follow it for months without having to assess even, is it even working? Are you coming closer to your fitness goals? Because if not, then what's the point of doing it? So you need to assess, did you actually lose weight? Did you actually get stronger? And there's various ways to do that. And sometimes I have to be like very honest about it. Sometimes this is very difficult to do it on your own, because like you see yourself in the mirror almost on a daily basis, and sometimes you cannot see the changes. Sometimes it's hard to evaluate whether you actually lost fat tissue, whether you gained muscle mass. And this is where a coach comes in, obviously. Someone who doesn't see you every single day, someone who knows how progress should look like, someone who has experience and can tell you whether you're on track or not. Okay? So what I want you to ask right now is, when have you assessed yourself the last time? When have you looked over your workout logs the last time and really verified, did you actually improve? When was the last time you compared body pictures of yourself? Okay, this was me 3 months ago. This is me today. Did actually something change? When is the last time you actually stepped on the scale and checked your body weight? You need to do that. If you want to be successful, then you need to do that. On the other hand, obviously, when you're a marathon runner or a sprinter, then you need to track your time and say, okay, last month I did the sprint or the marathon at this time, and then today I want to be faster, obviously, right? And if that's not the case, maybe something is broken or doesn't work as well as thought. So you need to self-assess your progress periodically, at least once every month. Okay, very minimum. So basically, we have now the goal setting part. You need to get good at goal setting. We have the knowledge. So where do you get your knowledge from? Then the discipline to execute the plan. You need to self-assess, analyze, and then optimize your fitness regimen. And then what certainly helps, what absolutely helps, is get an accountability partner. Because yeah, like with those 4 things that I just explained to you, it's working. You can get really fit and you can improve a lot, but it's just easier. The entire journey is just easier if you have someone who keeps you accountable. This could be like a gym buddy that works out with you and reminds you of coming to the gym whenever you want to skip it or whenever you want to show up. He sends you a message and asks you where you are, what's going on. Maybe it's your partner that cooks with you at home the healthy meals. Maybe it's your spouse that comes to the gym with you. Or obviously, the most reliable one, I would say, you can hire a coach. The coach is there to cheer you up. He's there to like give you instructions. He's there to make sure that you actually go to the gym, make sure that you actually follow your diet. And it's just like so much easier if you have someone. So much easier who keeps you accountable. And by the way, this doesn't only apply to beginners. This applies to me, to professional athletes. This applies to literally anyone. It's just easier if you have someone that keeps you accountable. This goes also for like superstars. This goes also for high successful entrepreneurs. There's a reason why they're in mastermind groups. There's a reason why successful people meet up and share experience, because it keeps them accountable. Okay. So that's pretty much it. The 5 skills that you need to master. And as you noticed, there is no genetics involved. I also never said that you need to be like this high energy kind of person, not at all. And most importantly, you don't need a talent. You don't need a talent in order to achieve your fitness goals. I think that's the main takeaway here. Because all those things are learnable. Fitness is a skill, it's learnable. You can get better at this skill set, okay? And what we shouldn't forget is that learning a new skill always takes time, okay? So don't, like, I know I repeat myself now, but don't expect to be a disciplined person just like after a day or two. It takes time. Think of learning the piano. Someone who is really good at it, has been playing hundreds, probably thousands of hours, or someone who's a professional soccer player. Those dudes, they stand on the field for 5, 6, 7 times a week. They're putting in the work, okay? They're putting in the work, and it takes time to become good or really good or actually master a skill. So just don't forget that, okay? Don't get frustrated because you're not disciplined after a week, or just because you haven't achieved your fitness goal in a month or 2, okay? But main takeaway, fitness is a skill. You can learn it no matter your background, no matter your situation, and no matter your genetics. So please really don't think you're not good enough. Don't think you have the wrong genetics, that you chose the wrong parents, that you're not disciplined enough, but instead simply commit to get better at those skills, and eventually you will succeed. I promise.